Hi, and welcome back to another car conversation. Happy Motivational Monday to each and every one of you. Y'all listen, I know that right about now, I am looking like a glazed donut. And let me tell you why. It is 82 degrees outside. As you can see, the sun is coming through this side of the window, and I feel like I am just glistening, okay? And so I have my AC on, so if you hear the fan blowing, that's what it is. I do apologize, but a sister can't sit up in here with the windows up, nor can I sit here with the windows down, really, because it's too hot outside. So let's jump on into today's conversation. I hope your day has been going along awesome. My day has been going great. I have no complaints. Thank you, Jesus, for that. I don't hurt. Everything is just great, okay? Could it be better? Absolutely, but I'm thankful for where it is now. And also, if you're new to my channel, I want to say welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. This is not your first rodeo. Welcome back. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button, tap the bell, and give this video a thumbs up because it helps my algorithm and other people get to see my content. Now, today I'm going to be talking about turning your problems into progress. And if you're new to me, then you'll get to know that I love using Stoic wisdom in my videos. So number one, I have 5 things to share with you, and I promise I'm gonna let you be. Number one, you overthink because you don't write. Y'all, that's powerful. Putting your thoughts on paper makes them clearer and they don't spiral around in your head. Write them down so you can begin to see solutions. If you know me, then you already know that I'm all about writing my stuff down. This is why, and I just happen to have it. This is my vision book, you guys. It says the Happy Planner. This is a hardcover from Happy Planner, and on the back it's just plain. But these are extender discs. I just put this together, as you can see, and I'm going to do a video, I promise, before this month is out. You can see I have tabs here listed for various things. And this is, oh, y'all, let me just show you something here. I have my word for the year, which is intentional. And then I have labels such as my health, finances, faith, personal growth and development, business, and I forget what this section was. I think this is my social media platforms. I have to put another label on it because it came off. But this is where I write my ideas down. That way they don't just get to live rent-free up in my head. But I also have what I call my noodling notebook. And I think I shared before, when you finish your planners for the year, unless they're raggedy and torn up at the ends, keep them. This was from a Happy Planner. And if I'm not mistaken, yeah, this is from a couple of years ago, was my Happy Planner. And the outside of the cover was this part that says, today I choose joy. But as you can see, you can turn it inside out. So I decided to use the inside out for my cover for the front and the back, and I use these small discs to do that. So if you know me, anytime I finish with a planner, I always keep my discs because I can create something new with it. But I digress. So this is what I call my noodling notebook, as you can see right here, and this is where I write down ideas and thoughts, because like I shared, you have these thoughts and ideas just rolling around in your head, and sometimes they get lost and they can become overwhelming. So I like to write mine down. Number 2, you feel anxious because you don't act. Anxiety thrives on uncertainty. Let me say that again. Anxiety thrives on uncertainty. But the moment you take action, even a small step, it begins to fade away. Move forward and watch your anxiety lose its power. As you begin to act, that anxiety that you have, it starts to lose its power, and before you know it, it's gone. You have that anxiety because you know you want to do something, you know you need to do something, but you're not doing it, and you're getting anxious about it. So I want you to stop being anxious and start actually doing whatever that thing is that you have been called to do, or the thing that you really want to do. No wonder I ain't feeling nothing because the event was closed. Ooh, now I feel better. Number 3, you procrastinate because you don't have a plan. Which is why, again, my vision book, and y'all, she is chunky, look at that. My vision book comes into play. You don't have a plan and you begin to procrastinate. So a perfect example of that is someone that says, I want to lose weight. And that sounds wonderful, but you don't have a plan of how you're going to do it. Are you going to start buying healthier fruits and vegetables, maybe even leaner cuts of meat? Are you going to get on a specific eating plan? You have to have a plan. And when you don't have a plan, you plan to fail because you don't have a plan. So without direction, everything feels overwhelming. But when you break big goals into small steps, the impossible becomes achievable. Organize, prioritize, and move forward. If you know me, then you definitely know that I am one. I'm sorry, I'm trying to adjust my seat because Frankie was in here. I am one for putting things in my vision book. That way I can write the vision, come on somebody, make it plain, and create steps to achieve that goal, whatever the goal may be. Some of my good girlfriends and I, we are planning to do a women's workshop in the fall. And so that's going to take some planning. Well, I've already created a rough draft of how things are going to go. Now, of course, things may change as we go along, but you have to have a plan. How do you start when you don't have a plan? Stop procrastinating. We did that all last year. We did it in 2023. We did it in 2022. Come on, somebody. We did it in 2021. And some of us did it in 2020. Enough. No more procrastinating. We need to start getting things done. It bothers me to the core of my being when people say, I really want to do ABCXYZ, and I start to think, did we have this conversation last year? We had it the year before that, and yet you haven't done anything. Why? Because you have no plan. And without a plan, you definitely will procrastinate. Now, let me say this in all fairness. That's not to say that just because you have a plan that you won't procrastinate, because sometimes even with plans, we procrastinate. I can raise my hand and be honest. I've been planning, let me air quote, planning to do a whole reconfiguration of my room since last year, and I've yet to get on it. I have a whole plan. I just have procrastinated and not done it because it's going to be a huge undertaking. But today is the day that I get started. I broke my room down in zones. So I have 4 zones, 1, 2, 3, 4, that I need to work on, because I want to get those areas cleaned out. I have totes with my candle making and wreath making supplies. I have totes with my planner supplies, sticker books, all of that kind of good stuff. But I also want to get rid of both of my dressers. I have the tall Chester, the tall dresser and the long one. I want to get rid of those. And I saw my mom has these wardrobes that I want to get, probably about 3, maybe 3 in my room, where I can use, because as you know, in older homes, the closets are small. So the closet will be just for my winter coats and maybe sweaters. And then one I want to put like my, I'm gonna call it gym wear / comfort clothing. You know what I'm talking about, the leggings, the t-shirts, all that kind of stuff. And another one I can put my dresses, and the other one we'll figure out what to put in that. But the thing is I have a plan, but I've still been procrastinating. Well, the procrastination ends today. Okay. Now, number 4, you stress because you don't train. Your mind and body need movement. Exercise, walk, do some stretching, do anything physical, and you will feel the weight being lifted off of you. If all you do is sit around all day long, you get up, you wash your behind, brush your teeth, eat breakfast, and then you just sit around the house all day long doing absolutely nothing, then you start to stress because your mind and your body, they're not doing anything. Now, I'm not saying you have to go into the gym and try to lift 1,000 pounds, but get out. And if you live in a community, like where my sister lives, they have these walking paths. I've never gone to use them, so I don't know where they lead to, but just get out and walk your neighborhood. You know, maybe meet a new neighbor that you didn't even know you had. Maybe meet a new friend. I know as the weather starts to get better before it gets too hot, I want to go to PG Community College and walk the track. Just because I think it's a nice track. It has benches along the way, so if you feel like you need to sit down and rest, you can do that. And even if you're out there by yourself, it's okay because it's all out in the open. You know what I mean? You're not covered by any woods and trees and all that kind of stuff. But they also have an outdoor racket court. So I've challenged my other half to let's go play some racquetball. I got 2 nice rackets. I've actually bought a big container of racket balls couple of years ago that I haven't used, so we're going to go out and use that. But the thing is to get up and move around. We become stale and stagnant when we don't move around. Okay, and I don't want that to be you. Number 5, you lack clarity because you don't reflect. Write down your thoughts and then ask yourself, what is it that you truly want? Again, this is where, ouch, the vision book comes in handy. Write your goals down, and then so I would suggest this. I would suggest that you write your goals down, and then you ask yourself, what is it that you really want? But don't do it the same day. You write it down today, come back tomorrow, and then look at that goal again and ask yourself, what is it that you really want? Write down what it is that you really want, and then begin to reflect on each and everything that you've written down. Again, that way you don't become overwhelmed. This is why I encourage people as well. I'm gonna leave you with this. I encourage people to write down not just your annual goal, because I'm pretty sure some of you, or most of you, I know I'm not the only one, wrote down your 2025 goals at the end of 2024. And you said, for 2024, I want to accomplish, and you listed those things out, right? So not only do you have an annual goal, I would encourage you to have a quarterly goal. I am thankful that I can say, I think of the goals I set for myself for the first quarter of the year, I think I may have two and a half things that I did not complete, and that's okay, because now, as I talked about reflecting, I can go back and say, hey, are these things that I really want to even touch? Because maybe I don't need to even do them. I get ideas and I write stuff on paper. But we got annual goals, we have quarterly goals. You can set monthly goals as well as even weekly goals. But the key is to break them down so that you don't feel overwhelmed, and then you end up abandoning those goals. Because, like I said, I go through once a week, if not more, but once a week at least, and I go through my vision book and I'm looking at the goals that I've written down. And let me show you this real quick by the month. So in the back here, I have a laminator, which I really love. And I had created these sheets, and I just decided a few weeks ago to laminate them. So as I clear out this book and start a vision book for 2026, I don't want to have to redo these because I have stickers on these. So as you can see, this is laminated and this is February. Well, behind February, I had a list of things that I wanted to do. So let me go to March here. February. So this was March right here. So behind this March divider, I had things there. And then we have April. So every month is, y'all, I love this. I love this be productive right here. Be productive. My little typewriter, my little shoes, and this cute doll right here. I didn't put anything on the inside of here, and that's fine. But behind this tab, as you can see, it's blank because I need to write down the goals for the month of April. So I have my stuff broken down by month, but I also have them written down by quarter. I think I have that in another book, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, so just getting it on paper, getting out of your head, because once you put it on paper, you're more apt to start to make things happen, okay? So having said all of that, you guys, that's it. That's all I have. Hopefully something I said resonates with you and helps you to leave March behind as we go into April and start a new month, a new quarter, doing some great and phenomenal things, okay? I love you all. There's nothing you can do about it because I love you. I believe in you. And this is why I encourage you every chance I get, because I believe in you. I believe that you can do anything that you put your mind to. I believe that you can do anything that you not only put your mind to, but that you also put in the work to do. God will bless it if it's in his will, but you've got to do your part. God says, look, I'm always doing my part. I'm just waiting for you to do your part, okay? So that's it. That is all. Go out there, enjoy the rest of this day. No matter where you go or what you do, I want you to have fun. Have loads of fun, but just be careful. Now, I know here in the DMV area, they're calling for a bad storm, thunderstorm to roll in, I think around about 3 o'clock. So 3 o'clock, 3:30ish. So that gives me about 30 more minutes to get all my videos done so I can get back home. I just have to make a stop to CVS because my sinuses have been killing me. So I need to get me some more Afrin. I wake up in the mornings, my nose is stopped up tight as Dick's hat band. And then once I use my Afrin so I can breathe, then I got this constant nasal drip. So I have to take my Zyrtec to kind of dry that up, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, and folks asking me if I'm going to see some cherry blossoms. The devil is a lie. I'll see them on television. I don't need to go in person because my sinuses are already giving me a fit. But again, having said all that, you guys, I love you. Go out there and start creating your plans for April and for the second quarter of the year period, but specifically focusing on April. Okay, so you have the umbrella of quarter two, but then break it down by month. Okay, I love you all. Share with me, if you will, what are your goals for the second quarter as well as specifically for the month of April. I love you all so much. We'll talk again on Wednesday.